Well, we just had a great process for the leadership, majority leadership elections, and I want to thank Representative Sears, who was the dean of our caucus, who led a very fair and balanced process for the elections. And we've been able to come out, and we're looking to build our caucus together as one as we now move forward in the right direction. And I'm proud to introduce the leadership team for the 131st General Assembly. Representative Ron Amstutz will serve as Speaker Pro Tem. Representative Barbara Sears will serve as the House Majority Leader, and Representative Jim Buchy will serve as Assistant Majority Floor Leader. And then Representative Mike Dovilla will serve as Floor Whip, or Majority Whip, excuse me, and then Representative Dorothy Pelanda as our Assistant Whip. So we look forward to working with you, and I look forward to taking your questions. Siegel's going to be first.
Speaker-elect. Yeah, obviously, this was an ongoing fight for the position here right to the end. How do you have any concerns about any lingering effects of those who maybe were on the losing side?
No, not at all. I mean, look, I think that our caucus is going to be strong. It's going to be one, and we're going to continue to do the right things to put Ohio in the right direction, make sure the quality of life is strong, and make sure that our number one task as we go forward is to make sure that we continue to find ways to create jobs for our state and keep our citizens employed moving forward. And we're going to do it together.
What did you tell your colleagues? What was your pitch to them to be a leader?
Well, we're a family. This team is a family, and we've got to act as a family and come together as one. And our caucus is extremely diverse. We have doctors, and we have businessmen, and we have local government leaders from their communities all throughout. And together, each one of those have extreme value to our caucus. And then I'm going to tap into each one of those values as we move forward. We're going to look to establish a strong plan going into the future, get members to, it's an effort to, what we want to do is to move in the next direction, get into a place that if we look at legislation in the future, we don't want to think every 2 years, we want to think more long term. And so how do we move forward in the right plan together as a caucus to do that? And that's what we're going to work together as a caucus on.
You're going to lead a very conservative caucus and over some pretty difficult issues like Medicaid expansion that's really generated a lot of opposition from the conservatives. How are you going to treat that subject?
Look, I think this is a conversation we still have to have with the caucus, and we really don't know what's coming down the road yet. We still have lame duck to see before us, and we still all need to keep in mind that we have a speaker in Bill Batchelder that's going to serve us to January of 2015, and I look forward to, so does his team, continuing to serve under his leadership. And so I think that's our focus.
How will your leadership style differ from Speaker Batchelder's?
I think, I've learned a lot from Speaker Batchelder. I think that question goes to, you got big shoes to fill, and I'm not looking to fill Bill Batchelder's shoes. I'm looking to continue on his legacy and what he's built, a fair and open process for a caucus that's strong and independent, and one that will continue to do the right things for our members as we continue to come together as one. So I think Bill Batchelder's done a lot to set the tone for the future.
You'll go into a next session with a record 65 members of your caucus. How can you work to make sure everyone's on the same page, or is it just sort of like herding cats?
Well, I think it's going to be, it's communication. It's talking to our caucus, making sure they're aware of what we're doing and what our vision is and plan. And again, part of that is starting to plan to move forward in a direction in the future, and that's what this team will continue to work on with every one of the members of our caucus. We are a family. We are a team. We're going to come out stronger than ever, and we're going to continue to do the right things to lead our state in the right direction.
Can you give a sense of what your priorities are?
Well, I think the priorities, number one, are jobs. We're going to continue the same priorities that we've been working on the last 4 years, and that's continuing to make sure Ohio's in a strong place. We have a great quality of life, and we're putting Ohio citizens in a place that they can work, find dignity and work and continue to move forward in the right way.
Anything specific that you can mention?
Look, we have to have a conversation with our caucus, and I think that's appropriate, and we need to make sure that we're leading in that direction and having that conversation with each one of our caucus members before. Again, look, we don't know what's before us yet. The budget's still got to come out yet. The governor's still going to do his thing to put out his agenda, and that, as a caucus, we need to discuss and see if that's the right direction for us as a House. So stay tuned.
All right, thank you everyone for your questions.
Just one question.
What are your priorities, if you can, when you look at committee chairs? What sorts of factors?
We're going to have a process that we set up. We've got to determine what committees make sense, and we'll continue to go forward through that process and look. And like I just said, to you a little bit ago. Each member of our caucus brings immense talent from a wide variety of areas. And I think what we have to do is talk to those members and see where their passions are, where their interests are, and have that conversation just like we have in the past with all our committee groups.